right, everyone. Thursday night, we are live in Solavei across the United States. And I can't tell you how excited that I am tonight. We have got some great friends, great members with Solavei that are with us live tonight. And all of you across the United States tonight, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the social commerce revolution of Solavei. And we're going to go in a few minutes to different parts of the United States, and you're going to hear some great stories tonight. You're going to meet some incredible members that we have with Solavei and see why Solavei is positively impacting their lives. But let me just tell you a little bit about what's happening. For those of you who are watching tonight, seeing Solavei live as a Solavei Social, this is happening tonight. Literally thousands of people across the United States tonight have gathered together, and you're going to see a sampling of that in a few moments, have gathered together in restaurants, in homes, in offices, in coffee shops, all across the United States, from 1 or 2 or 3 people all the way up to, we know tonight there are socials that are happening with over 100 people that are watching this tonight and hearing why Solavei is sweeping across the United States and truly becoming a social commerce revolution. So let's start first with a couple of socials that we actually have here live to give you an example of what's happening across the United States. We're going to give you right now a sampling of what's happening. So let's go right now to, is Scott in Kansas City. Are you with us, Scott? Ricardo, are you with us? And everyone who's watching, I'm going to be asking them to at times unmute their mics. So, Ricardo, are you there?
We're right here, sir.
Hey, Ricardo, how are you doing? You're in Kansas City tonight. Where are you tonight?
We're in Wichita, 3 hours away from Kansas City. We got a good group of people here, wonderful people in Wichita.
Great. How many people you have there with you tonight, Ricardo?
We got a dozen right now, Ryan.
Great, about 12 people there. That's a great representation, and I know you've got friends there that are seeing Solavei for the very first time. And let me give every one of you that are watching tonight, Ricardo, his last Wednesday night, he took out an entire Mexican food restaurant in Kansas City, about 100 people. All are together doing a Solavei Social, watching last week's Solavei Social live on Wednesday night. And Ricardo, you have some excited people. I'd love to hearing the stories about everything that was happening with everyone that was there. And Ricardo will come back to you here in a few moments. But let's go real fast on over to South Texas. Marco, are you there? Marco, I've waited for a long time. You'll have the opportunity to put a face to the many great things that I've heard about you. So, Marco, I know you're there in South Texas. Are you there?
Hello, that's us. I'm trying not to cover up the crowd behind me, but hello.
Marco, so good to see you. Now, what I understand tonight, and this is what I love about Solavei. Solavei is a company about positively impacting people's lives across the United States. And really, I see this. I've seen everything from inside of fire stations and police stations and community centers, etc. And tonight, I hear you've got some real famous people there with you that are in the room tonight. Which happens to be the Skilled Fiber Club that are with you tonight. I love it. That is great. Marco, welcome and thank you for being with us tonight.
Yes, glad to be here.
Great. Now let's go to whereabouts in South Texas are you, Marco? Are you in the Harlingen area? Whereabouts are you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we got 2 little groups here, and you'll hear from the other group in a minute. But we're in the Harlingen area. Exactly.
I love Harlingen. I know the Marine Military Academy is there, and a lot of great people. I love the Harlingen area, so I know it well. Let's also go. Where else in South Texas? You said there's another group that's there as well. Is that Jeannie?
Yes.
Now, whereabouts is Jeannie?
We're in McAllen. Hi, Ryan.
How are you, Jeannie?
I'm doing great.
So, Jeannie, tell us a little about who all do you have there with you tonight at your Solavei Social?
Well, we've got about a dozen people here just excited about everything Solavei is doing, so we're very excited to hear all about everything you're going to share with us tonight.
Okay, and I know that earlier you said that you have friends of yours that are seeing Solavei for the very first time tonight. Is Shane, is that somebody who's there with you that's seeing this for the first time?
Right here. Lean on in, Shane.
Hey, Shane. Shane, no pressure, but there's thousands of people across the United States right now that are part of this social, and so I hope you don't mind, Shane. I'm going to use you as somewhat of a surrogate for all the other individuals across the country right now that are seeing Solavei tonight for the very first time. So if you don't mind, Shane, I'm going to talk to you throughout this over the next few minutes, and if you don't mind having your face on a screen where a lot of people are seeing it, just wave at me, because I'm going to do it anyway. Well, let's go up north from there to Oklahoma City. A great man and who's done amazing things already in such a short period of time with Solavei. Jason Smith, are you there?
We are here in Oklahoma City.
I love it. And Jason, I believe what I heard that you're at, is it Club 115?
Club 115, yes.
I hear that's a really nice restaurant. How many people do you have there with you?
We have about 30 people, and we teamed up with all of the Solavei members and several of the thousandaires in the Oklahoma City area to kind of come together and do one Solavei social to make it really social.
I love it. Now, I hear you have with you someone. It's Chris. Is it Kristen?
Kristen, yes, Kristen. She's right behind me, right back there.
Kristen, wave at me. All right, so Kristen, I understand you're hearing about Solavei. You're seeing Solavei for the very first time tonight. So again, like Shane, I'm going to probably bounce between the two of you as we go through this over the next few minutes. And Kristen, thank you for being a part of this tonight. And for all of you who are there at Club 115, thank you for taking part in the Solavei Social tonight. Now let's go back to Texas. We got a Texas-Oklahoma night tonight, which is exciting. Let's go back down to Texas to Charles Lang. Charles, are you there?
Yes, sir. We're here.
Charles, how are you? So Charles, whereabouts are you right now?
We are basically in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but more just north of Dallas-Fort Worth.
That's great. Well, I see you've got a room full of people. Who are all those? Who are all those with you?
Well, we got a bunch of social members here. Maricela, I'm not going to introduce everybody, but James. We got a few new people here that have just joined. We got Eric and Hal, and my good friend Chuck here. He's not a member yet. Neither is Hal. They're not on the service. We have several more people coming, but the Dallas traffic is just brutal.
Well, here's the beautiful part: is we do this every night at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time through the course of the week, and also all the socials that are happening throughout the day with all the tools that we have in place to be able to share exactly what we're going to share over the next few minutes. But I think what's great when you see these socials live like this and seeing this interaction, it actually gives everyone across the United States a sample of literally the thousands of people across the country that are seeing this from every walk of life, because Solavei is really about everyone. And we believe that what we're doing today is what no other company has ever done before, and I believe that's the reason why the momentum is so incredible across the United States right now. So all of you who are watching right now live, thank you for being a part of this tonight. And as we get started, I want to tell you about something that's going to happen. We're going to get a little bit out of sequence. This coming Sunday night, we typically don't do these Solavei Socials on Sunday night. We started these last Monday night, and it has been record day after record day after record day in 2013 with these Solavei Socials, and across the country, the new members that are being enrolled every day is just amazing. I know I actually last night on Facebook, I put out a post that said, I typically don't use the word crazy, but the only word that comes to mind when I'm talking about these socials that are happening across the United States, because there's so many of them happening, is the word. It's just crazy to see what's happening. And I encourage you as we go along tonight, for those of you who have your phones with you and you've got your Twitter accounts open, I encourage you to go to hashtag Solavei Socials and tweet your message, because throughout this tonight, we'll be taking some of those tweets. I'll be reading them back out on what Solavei has done for so many of our members across the United States. But on Sunday night, we're going to do this at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, and have a special Solavei Social on Sunday evening. And there are going to be some special guests that are going to have their roomfuls of great people, and these are people that are going to be names that you will know, and it is going to be exciting when you see the members that are getting involved with Solavei, just like you, who they themselves are doing their own socials and having their own friends. Is going to blow you away. And Sunday night is going to be exciting. We're going to have a ton of great fun, and I encourage you to have every person you know, friend, family that's not involved with Solavei, get them together, whether it's in a restaurant, Starbucks. You know, they're in a restaurant where you can get them around you to be able to watch what's happening with Solavei. So I encourage you tonight to go to hashtag Solavei Socials and be tweeting in your messages, and as well you can go to Solavei Socials at solavei.com as well. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I know we're on at a Thursday night. I'm going to try to keep this as tight as possible so all of you can have an opportunity to fully see the power of Solavei in the marketplace. And just real quick, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I don't want to spend a lot of time there, but I've been in the telecommunications and technology industry for almost 2 decades now. I've had 3 successful exits prior to Solavei. My last company, I took it from an idea to an over $1 billion valued company. And it was last fall, or 2011, the fall of 2011, that I had the vision for Solavei and beginning to put around this company just incredible minds, individuals coming from multi-billion-dollar companies, from telecommunications to technology industry, to bring the vision of Solavei to the marketplace. And we really created Solavei on a couple of key things. And one of the key things we created this company on was we all wanted to be a part of something where we could positively impact millions of people's lives for good. You see the tagline with Solavei is powered by relationships, and that's what we're about. We're all collectively focused on how we together can actually impact millions of people's lives around the world by doing what we do naturally every single day. And it was really 4 trends that became the foundation and the underpinning for everything we're doing with Solavei today. Trend number 1 is what I saw in the fall of 2011 was this: the economy. Worst conditions since the Great Depression. About 50% of the United States making less than $50,000 a year. Trend number 2 that I saw was that of social media. I think we'll all agree that social media has changed the way we act, the way we interact, the way we take in information, the way we share information. Raise your hand if you've never been on a social network. You typically won't see anybody raising their hand. It's part of our life. I mean, even tonight, how we're all interacting. Who would have thought that just through our computers we could be utilizing a Google Hangout and all be connected together tonight by the thousands across the country, no matter where you are, and utilizing the simplicity of technology and social media to connect us. Trend number 3 that I saw was that of mobile. This little mobile device has become a DNA imprint of who I am. This iPhone 5, it has the apps that are personalized to me. It's a part of my everyday life. In fact, I was in a meeting today here at the offices here in Seattle, Washington, where our corporate headquarters are, and I'm sitting there and I can't find my phone. I didn't know where it was. And you know that feeling when your heart starts racing and go, okay, where did I leave my phone? It has become like an extension of our life. It's become like a limb on our body. 300 million mobile phone users in the United States, 5 billion around the world. The average phone bill in the United States is $71 a month. There's over 26 million iPhone users today that are paying over $100 each month. It's become a primary item on our monthly bill and our monthly budget. Trend number 4 that I saw is the industry of social sharing. We've seen companies like Groupon and Amazon utilizing referral marketing, affiliate marketing. We've seen companies like Avon and Mary Kay and companies of the like that are utilizing a relationship marketing, direct selling environment to share goods and services. I think all of those things are really factoring into a couple of things that is happening around that industry. If you think about some of the most recent Nielsen data that came out saying that 47% of people don't or 47% of people actually trust mass media advertising of radio and television and print, which means on the reversal of that is 53% of people don't trust it. Now, if you look at the other area of Nielsen's data, where they say 97% of people trust when a friend refers them to something, a friend recommends them to something. You look at that and you say, okay, there's got to be a better way to do things. Well, here's what happened. In the fall of 2011, I had a vision for this company where we would take those 4 trends and the behaviors around those 4 trends and ultimately see an opportunity to create a company that ultimately would impact people's lives. And we saw those 4 trends converging all at the same time, where you have the industry of the economy, you have the social media, you have mobile, and you have social selling all coming together at the same time. And it was all 4 of those things converging in the fall of 2011 that we saw the opportunity to actually build it into a platform where this platform would enable us to leverage those behaviors into an area that would ultimately impact people's lives. The first thing that we built into our platform is this, is our members could use goods and services and get them for less cost. Number 2, it'd be goods and services that our members use every single day. Number 3, connect our members to a natural social network, a natural community where you're connected to those that are closest to you. Number 4 is when you do something or like something, you share it with someone, why not create an opportunity where you can actually earn income and earn benefit from that? And so the mission of our company is this. We're going to make commerce less expensive. The things that you do naturally every single day, but just make it cost less. The things that you're already buying, the things that's already a part of your monthly budget, the thing that you're already spending with your wallet, make it cost less. Number 2, we're going to take it one step further and make it profitable. When you like something, you naturally share it. And when you share it, why not create an opportunity to move the billions of dollars in advertising that's spent every single day? Why not shift those dollars to the greatest advertising vehicle in the world known to man, which is people, you. For us, we have created the very first social commerce platform to fully leverage the social graph. And what is social graph? It's all the social networks that are connected together to create recurring, mutually beneficial between people, person-to-person economic relationships. And so if you think about Facebook and the beginning of that industry that really became a burgeoning industry we're all a part of today, we said, why can't we enable the members of Solavei to be the ones that actually benefit, just like those companies have, because they are the greatest form of advertising, the greatest conduit for individuals being able to gain value from a good and service that they use each day. And here's where we started. We started first with mobile. We believe mobile service would enable us as a company to create massive momentum across the country, which is what's happened. And another reason why we began with mobile is 300 million users in the United States. Over 80% of them paying more than $50 a month. I gave you the stat a few moments ago where I said 26 million iPhone users paying more than $100 a month. But another reason why we began with mobile service and why we offer $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. That's what we're talking about tonight. But actually, that's only one thing we're talking about tonight because it's so much more. $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide on an incredible network on top of the network of T-Mobile, the top tier of T-Mobile's network. Offering it to our members for $49, but the reason why we began with mobile service is, again, 300 million users in the United States. 1% of that is 3 million people. 1/3 of 1% is a million. You know what? If we just had 1/3 of 1%, that's a million members of Solavei. We launched a couple months ago, we launched what's called the Million Member March in the month of January. And that's our march to 1 million members across the United States. You know what? You can do a lot of things with 1 million of anything. And we are collectively together building Solavei across this country and expanding it by leaps and bounds to new members, just like many of you that are watching tonight this Solavei Social. Now, the reason why mobile was so important to us is 2 things. One, it creates an economic conduit. Because you're already paying for mobile service, And now it's Solavei that is your mobile service provider. We have created an economic conduit between you and Solavei, and between you and the individual who's tonight introduced you to Solavei. The second thing it actually does is it creates a communication conduit to be able to enable you to get great benefit on the other things that Solavei brings to the marketplace. We started with mobile, but that's just where we've begun. And here's what happens. I want you to think about us having 1 million members. And just like Costco, when Jeff Brotman, Jim Senegal, when they started Costco, it was just some primary goods that they had. And now you can buy everything from your gutters to, from your insurance there at Costco. Because what they did is they found a way to take the collective buying power of millions of people, to drive price down, and then pass them along, those savings along to their members. We're doing the exact same thing with Solavei. Again, but taking it one step further is making it profitable because our engine of advertising is you. Now, because we've used the phone first, we're able to bring to our members the next goods and services that you're already spending on every month, the things that's in your budget. So we announced about a month ago Solavei Retail, which we'll go live with in the month of June. So not only are you getting your mobile service for an incredible value here, but in the month of June we'll turn on Solavei Retail, where the very places you're going today and getting your gas, your groceries, the other goods that you buy on a monthly basis, where those big goods and service providers are going to pay a percentage of what you're spending back to Solavei, of which we're taking 50 cents of every dollar of gross profit and putting it back to the members of Solavei because you're a part of what we're doing. We've started first with mobile, and when you look at the offering that we have created, $49 a month unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, and you look across the top of the different offerings that are there from other mobile service providers, we have something that, frankly, others can't compete with. You look at just on the data, where we're offering unlimited data, 4G, up to 4 gig of data, and unlimited text and data and voice. But if you really go to the bottom, I think this is a big differentiation. None of the other companies are doing this. And this is what is so unique about the social connectivity that we have created, where every 3 people, which we call a trio, that enrolls in Solavei because of you, you're going to get paid $20 a month. So just think about that $49 phone bill is now only costing you $29 a month. And what I love about mobile is it happens to be one of the stickiest businesses you could ever be in. I was with At&T almost 20 years before I switched to Solavei. You think about yourself and how long you were with your mobile service provider, because once you get with them and you've got great service, you use it every month. You just pay your mobile phone bill. That's the beauty of us beginning with mobile and us being focused on delivering great service and a great experience to each one of the members that get involved with Solavei and what we're doing. So what we've created is simple, and ultimately what we've done is we've combined social media, we've combined mobile, and we've combined social sharing to really redefine commerce and how it's done today. And I'll tell you more about what's happened since we launched just a few months ago, but I told you about the $49 a month unlimited that you're going to get by having Solavei as your mobile service provider. But the beauty of this is what we've done is we've taken all of the social graph companies, all the companies that have social networks, whether it's Facebook and Pinterest and Twitter, etc. And we've taken those social networks and we've woven this together with this mobile service offering, where we now take our platform that we've created to actually bridge the two, meaning this: when you like something, you share it. And because of all of us being connected today via Facebook and Twitter, there's overlap in all of these social networks, and you share Solavei with others through our technology that we've created, here's what happens. You're the one who gets paid. Do you realize that just in the last 30 days, there's been over 60 million impressions talking about Solavei across social, across online. Since September, there's been over 500 million impressions of people talking about Solavei positively across all the social networks, all across online, all because of the technology put in place to make this so easy to share with those that are closest to you. When you like something, you share it. And so what's happened here in the last few months? Well, we launched the company on September 21st as nationwide service, again on top of an incredible company, T-Mobile's backbone and their network. And just in the last few months, in 5 months, we've grown to over 130,000 members across the United States, every single state, across Puerto Rico, with thousands upon thousands in Puerto Rico. In fact, in a couple days, you're going to see several locations from Puerto Rico here live, tied into Solavei Social, and we're excited to be able to. In fact, it's all going to be translated over there, and I'm really excited about seeing what's happening across Puerto Rico right now, and really in the Hispanic community across the United States. It's really exciting. But over 130,000 members in just the last 5 months, and it's as simple as this. You know, I go into Solavei's technology, and I happen to post one of the Solavei Social graphics that are there, saying $49 a month unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, or free. And what's beautiful is so many of my friends, I mean, if you would have told me that a few years ago that I would have grown from a few friends on Facebook to now thousands upon thousands upon thousands of friends, I would have said there's no way. Well, when I make one post, all my friends are seeing it. Now, I post that, and let's say that you see it and you go, well, Ryan, $49 a month? What do you mean free? I've never seen this company, Solavei. And I'm able to have a real easy response. We're probably not going to see Solavei in retail. In fact, Solavei is all about people. And we made a decision as a company to do things different, to disrupt the entire ecosystem by taking those billions of dollars. In fact, you realize the largest mobile operators in the United States last year spent over $12 billion in advertising, sales, and marketing. You know, advertising on American Idol or the Super Bowl and so many other places that you'll see them, and you'll actually recognize it next time you see it and go, gosh, that was actually wasted money. Because here's what we decided: there's a better way to spend that. Wouldn't it be better if we took those same billions of dollars? Remember, 53% of people don't trust mass media advertising, but 97% of people trust when a friend recommends it. That we said, you know what, take those billions of dollars and put it in the hands of people to actually carry something that they like and they have great value with. And you realize that you just share Solavei with 6 of your friends, Solavei is going to put $100 directly into your bank account. And on top of that, Solavei is going to pay you $40 a month each month that those individuals, those friends, are using their mobile service. And again, what's so beautiful about mobile service is it's something you use every single month. Well, it's obviously something that interests you, but here's where we've taken another step to revolutionize the industry. We built everything around My Solavei, a technology to make this all easy and naturally connected. We took some of the primary behaviors that we all have, that when we like something, we share it. When we have friends, we want to be connected to them. When we have an opportunity to earn something, we want to see it. And so we built some of those behaviors directly into the platform, and one of the things happens to be what we call the community, the feed, where you're able to see all the great things that's happening with Solavei, members across the country who are getting a trio. That's when you get 3 people enrolled, we call it a trio. You're getting a trio. Somebody's making $20, another person's making $40, another person's making $100 for just sharing Solavei with others. You can also see everything that's happening, like Marco that's there in Harlingen tonight. He's able to see all the hundreds and hundreds of people he's got in his network and all the great things that's happening, and feels great about it, that he had the opportunity to help them realize great benefit from just using their mobile phone. And how does he see that? Well, he goes directly into the dashboard, and here's the beautiful part of this. And Jason, you know, just keying on you there in Oklahoma City, that, you know, Jason as an example, and Shane, I'm going to key in on Shane there, if you don't mind. I think you're there in South Texas, Shane. You know, Shane, let's say that a couple months ago that somebody told you about Solavei. You saw it on a Facebook post, and you went in and you enrolled because you wanted the $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. And you went in there and you said, you know what, I'm going to share this with some of my friends. So in the first week, you shared it with some of your friends. And 6 of your friends, let's say, they too wanted $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. Well, Shane, let's say since that time, all you have done is use your mobile phone every day, like you've always done. You've not told any more people about it. But here's what's great about this. Those 6 friends of yours probably did what you did, and they too started sharing with others. Well, every day you're able to go into my dashboard, and I wanted this to be as addictive as Angry Birds. You know, Angry Birds never made me any money. But here's what's great about Solavei, is you begin sharing it with your friends, your family. You're able to go into my dashboard and see all the people that they're sharing it with, and every time you see those numbers click up, you know you, right at that point, had the opportunity to make additional income. So you get excited to actually do more. We go a step beyond that. And what ends up happening is we have built a notification engine directly in this. Again, we wanted to be able to make things very easy for you to share. Not sell, but share. And let's say that, that Kristen, you're there, I think, tonight with in Jason there in Oklahoma City. And Kristen, let's say that you introduced Solavei to 3, 4, 5, 6 of your friends. Well, one of those friends happened to be Amy Carney. And Amy Carney liked the $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice 4G nationwide. They liked the environment of she liked the environment of Solavei and all the benefits that came along with it. So much more than a typical mobile service provider. Well, one day you're sitting at lunch, and a little notification pops up in the middle of your phone that says Amy Carney just got 6. What does that mean? That means that your friend Amy started sharing Solavei with others herself. Well, you feel good because your friend Amy is now going to get $100 deposited directly in her bank account. It was 9 people have been $150 directly into her bank account. But on top of that, she's going to be making $40 a month every single month. We feel great about that because you introduced it to her. All you have to do is hit the send congrats button. Immediately launches a message directly into the Solavei community, the Solavei feed, that says, congratulations, Amy, for making $150 for using your phone. But it doesn't just launch it there. It launches it into Facebook, launches it into Twitter, and here it is directly on Facebook, and you say, you see, congratulations, Amy, for making $150 for using your phone. Well, what do you think happens in the next 10 minutes? Next 10 minutes, 11 of your friends say, how in the world did you make $150 for using your phone? And it's right at that point that you say, well, I got Solavei. And here's now where we make it that much easier to share. You're able to go directly into our outreach management system. It's an entire system we have built to make it easy for you to go in and put all the emails of your friends, your family members, Facebook, Twitter, and you're able to take one of the incredibly professional, many of you I'm sure have seen it, social commercials that we have, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 6 minutes, different forms, social graphics, where you're able to just send a simple message about Solavei. Many of you have heard the story of my own son at Mississippi State. I'll never forget when he sent out the very first 9 emails that had a social commercial with it, and one of the Solavei social commercials with it, sent out to 9 of his friends, and here it was just 2 days later, 2 of his friends, one at University of Tulsa, another one at Mississippi State, had enrolled to become members in Solavei. And how did he find that out? He was able to go directly into our what we call our contact tracking system, where you can see every time somebody clicks on an email, when they sign into a guest book, when they watch one of the videos or clicks on one of the graphics, you're able to see for yourself exactly what they've done so you can do what? Again, powered by relationships, pick up the phone, give them a call and say, are you ready for Solavei? And that's the beauty of what we've done here, and each time that happens, you see an opportunity to actually earn income. And what I love about this, and you think about the mobile operators, At&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint as an example. Each one of them have between 2,500 and 35,000 retail stores, brick-and-mortar stores across the country. Now let's just take the 4 largest mobile operators. There are 3,000-ish stores apiece. Let's say the number was 15,000 of them across the United States, and retail strip centers and malls, etc. Do you realize today, with over 130,000 Solavei members, we have over 130,000 individual distribution points for Solavei? And what I love about this is we have customized an entire experience. And for all of you members that are watching tonight, next week the new site goes live. Your site, your experience goes live. It is going to be so exciting when you see some of the incredible intelligence we have built into the system, all for you because you are Solavei. And when anyone comes in and clicks on a www.solavei.com, let's say it's /Shane, and they click on that link, it comes to your personalized Solavei experience. So when somebody goes through Solavei and they click enroll, guess who's getting the credit? You are Shane, or you are Kristen, just because you happen to share it with other people. Now here's what's amazing. As you look at this tonight and you happen to see the socials we have happening across the country and the ones we have actually pumped in here live right now, I want you to think about that. Do you realize every one of the members, whether it was Marco tonight or it's Jason or any of the numbers that are there, Ricardo who happens to be there in Wichita tonight, do you realize that they themselves, on their own representation, are expanding the strength, the power, and the momentum of Solavei, because they're the ones that's being rewarded for it. And it's so exciting to see what's happening with this when somebody actually clicks on that little link. And so when somebody clicks on it, they go through the enrollment process. Immediately, we're going to wrap our arms around them. Immediately, we are going to welcome them to Solavei, to where they have an opportunity to now feel what it feels like to be a member of Solavei. Very different than what it feels like anytime before that you've been associated with the mobile operator, because we're all about you. We want to see you personally and positively impacted by being involved in everything that we're doing. And immediately you're able to engage and activate in Solavei. And so if you enroll online, you're going to receive your SIM card, and you're going to receive all the information, welcome package, telling you how to get activated and started with Solavei. But what has happened now is so many of our members across the country actually are carrying with them 10 and 20 and 40 and 60 SIM cards with them. And I'm sure that in any of the places you are tonight, there is a Solavei member that in fact has the SIM cards with them and can activate and start. In fact, 53% now of our members are carrying SIM cards with them and activating on a daily basis the new members that come into Solavei. And here's what I love next, and this is really what everyone gets excited about, is within 1 week of you getting involved in Solavei, you're going to receive your Solavei Bank of America Visa debit card. And this is where we built a lot of intelligence, because we believe we're creating what no other company's done before, is an opportunity to create really an economy of Solavei, to we can help our members continue in everything that they do, not just gain value from their mobile service, but gain value in other areas of life. But every 2 weeks, you're going to get paid directly on your Solavei Bank of America Visa debit card, and what some of our members now call this is the Solavei Purple Pay Card. I love seeing the pictures on Facebook and Twitter and pictures that get sent in. In fact, I had one last night that was shown to me. I don't know if yeah, I have it here, right here. I love this. Last night, and I don't know if you can see this. I had it printed out today. Can y'all see that? Okay. So this is Carlos, and Carlos, hopefully if you're watching this tonight, wherever you are here in the U.S., this is what it says. Went out to lunch today, and Solavei paid the bill. Every day, it was on Valentine's Day, every day can be Valentine's Day if you start by visiting Solavei, and he has his name. And what I love is he's got his daughter, and he's got his Solavei Purple Pay Card that is paying for it. Now think about this. He got involved because of $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. But he began sharing it with others, and every 2 weeks, he's getting paid. Every 2 weeks, we're putting directly on your Solavei Pay Card. You can use it and get money out at an ATM, write checks on it, or anywhere Visa is accepted. That's the beautiful part about Solavei. And Kristen, as an example, let's say again 2 months ago you got involved, you shared Solavei with 6 of your friends, and what I love about this is those 6 friends are probably going to go share it with other people. You may just use your phone every day like you normally have, but let's say over a couple month period your network grows to over 80 people. I mean, Marco, are you there? Unmute your unmute it if you don't mind. Marco, I know you started the fall of last year. How big has your network grown across Texas?
Just Texas alone, I don't know, I'm probably past, what, 1,300?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Okay. that is just in the last several months, because Marco started sharing with his friends all about Solavei. His network has now grown to over 1,300 people. So, Marco, I'm sure you've come to like your Purple Pay Card.
Yeah, it does a lot of different things. It paid for my kid's trip to the dentist today. So braces for a 10-year-old kid can be expensive, but it's nice to pull out the Purple Card and know it was paid for through that.
I love that. And again, I always love to say this is, how many other mobile service providers have you ever been with that just because you started using, got great value, number one, started sharing with others, that you got rewarded and for? And that's an example. We'll come back to a few more here in a few minutes. But here's the next stage of this is we announced Solavei Retail not too long ago. about a month ago that in the month of June we'll go live with this, and you'll be able to go to the very places you go already every day to buy your groceries, to buy your gas, etc., to be able to get benefit from everything that sits on that Solavei pay card. We want to help that money go even further, and that's a real big part of why we built this company. Is we want to put the value back in the most important people in the world, and that's yours, and make you the reason why the economy moves versus just benefiting a lot of companies that say we're going to use people as a means to win. You know what? We're all about our members and what our members are doing. So Solavei Retail will go live here in a few months, and we're really excited about that as well. So, you know, jumping into the question, I know I've gone a bit longer than normal tonight, but I always love when we get to this part because it's the, you know, how many people do you think you could introduce Solavei to in the next 60 days? And when you think about what's happening across the United States, over 130,000 people in just the last few months, and you think about how many people do you know that carry a phone? Every one of them? How many people do you think that you know that are actually carrying a phone that are spending more than $50 a month? Probably most of them. So right there, you have a product, you have a service that is already meeting a need and a value point for every one of those people that you know. So let's just say in the next 60 days, you happen to introduce Solavei to 3 of your friends directly through our systems, and 3 of your friends get involved with Solavei because they like the $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice 4G nationwide as well. We're going to give you $50 directly on your pay card for you doing that. On top of that, you're going to get paid $20 a month each month. If it happens to be 6 of your friends, which we call 2 trios, we're going to put $100 directly in your bank account, and you're going to get paid $40 per month. If it happens to be 3 trios, 9 people, this is where we call it free, and you'll hear this a lot: get in, get social, and get free. We're going to put $150 directly in your bank account. On top of that, you're going to be making $60 a month. So in essence, you're going to have free mobile service. And right now, thousands of people across the country are experiencing just that. We also, you know, go a step further, like you heard Mark a few moments ago, where he started just a few months ago and started sharing with a few friends, and that has grown now a network to over 1,300 people just there across Texas. And again, congratulations for that, Marco. But let's just say 3 of his friends that he introduced us to shared it themselves with 3 people. We're going to now pay you $170 a month. If it happens to be 6 of your friends enroll 3 people, you're now going to be making $280 a month each month on that Solavei Purple Pay card, all because you said yes one day to Solavei. And you know, rather than hearing it from me, I think it'd be so much better if you hear it from those that are really responsible, our members, for making Solavei so successful across the country and making this one of the fastest growing mobile service providers in history, from, you know, just in a few month period doing what we've done and seeing it growing by leaps and bounds every day. So let's go if we can. Charles, are you still there in Texas?
We are, Ryan.
Charles, if you don't mind, tell us just real quickly, tell me something that's happened to you with Solavei since you've been involved.
Well, I've really been excited at the growth that we've had here in Texas. I've been in other marketing companies, and quite frankly, I've never seen the explosive growth that I've seen in Solavei, just simply because there's no barrier to entry, and people are just jumping on board because they see how simplistic it is.
That's great. Charles, do you have someone there with you that you'd like to introduce us to?
I do. I'd like to introduce Felipe here. He's my good buddy who started really growing the Spanish-speaking community team out here, and he's done just a great job.
Hello, Brian. We're happy to be here. We're happy to represent the Hispanic community. We're excited about it. I think it's a great opportunity for us to grow this and use the purple for whatever we need. I think it's exciting to see it growing. To see how families to get out of the phone bill is exciting.
It is so good to have you involved, and congratulations, and I look forward to having the opportunity. I know we've got the Solavei Revolution Regional that is going to be happening in Dallas, Texas on March 15th and 16th. We're going to have a huge live social on March 15th, and I look forward to seeing so many of you that are there in Texas at that event. It's going to be incredible with great information. We've got some special guests that are going to be there, and it's going to be a great time together, and I look forward to meeting you while I'm there. Let's go if we can. Jason, are you there still?
Yes, we are here.
Great, Jason. Tell us what's happened. I know you've had just amazing things that's happened within an organization by leaps and bounds. Tell us what happened.
Well, we started back in the launch and took off with a good group here. In fact, it took off great. We saw a time period where we kind of everybody took a break during the holidays, but now at the beginning of the year, everybody has just been engaged and excited. In fact, while you've been talking, we had another guest show up, and one of my top people in my organization, Anand Happy Patel, invited a guest, and he joined. And I'd like to introduce you right here to Joseph Keelan. He's right here.
Hello.
Joseph, welcome.
Yeah.
He is a brand new Solavei member right here.
Joseph, welcome. Joseph, it's really great. You're actually a great example of the many stories that we hear every single night right now. But last night I was hearing everything from 3 people enrolled, and I know I told this story a couple days ago, which I loved. It's one of my favorite stories right now, where a couple Solavei members, in fact, did their social in a restaurant where they invited 3 people to come to dinner with them, and they opened up their laptop. The restaurant happened to have Wi-Fi. And they said, listen, we have something we want to show you. And so they had their 3 friends sitting at the table for dinner watching. I mean, just imagine this. You're in a restaurant watching these people watching what's going on right now on their on a computer sitting on the table. Here's what was crazy is some of the tables around them were overhearing it, started watching the social with them. 3 people that wasn't a part of that dinner actually enrolled that night to become members of Solavei with Solavei Mobile Service. And so congratulations tonight, Charles, for getting involved with Solavei. And again, I know that you're going to see this as not just a company for mobile service, but a company that is ultimately going to have an opportunity to impact many lives because of you. And there's a slogan we have in our company: the single life has the opportunity to make life better for many. And that means our voice has so much power to impact those around us. And congratulations for being involved with us in Solavei. I'm going to read
while you had the minute here. Ryan,
came from Jacob. He says, "What is Solavei to me?" He said, "This is the only cell phone service in the world that can change someone's life. Tell one person a day, the person at the bank, the person at the gym, the person at the movie theater, the person at the gas station. We come in contact with so many people every day that could truly be helped and be saving tons of money by being involved with Solavei. It can help pay for a mortgage payment like mine. It can be helping paying for a debt payment. May sound cheesy, but it's so true that when our mentality totally gets flipped, you think not only our personal gain, but the lives of others being personally changed." You know, Rick just tweeted in, "Thank you so much, Solavei. It's the power of thinking and doing things different. Connect, share, and capitalize." You know, it is really those things and the simplicity of the things you've heard tonight. Jeannie, are you still there?
We are here in McAllen.
Jeannie, tell us what's happened to you since you've been involved with Solavei.
Well, I joined Solavei because I have to admit I was behind on saving for my kids' college. So I keep all the money on my Purple Pay card to go towards their college. But I'm actually more excited about sharing Solavei with nonprofits. I have so many nonprofits that I know of that need a long-term plan for sustainability. So I'm thrilled to see what Solavei is going to do for them as well.
I love it. I love it, Jeannie. Congratulations on all you're doing. I know when you think about, you know, each one of the people that you're seeing tonight on the screen and that you've heard from, they are the At&T store. They are the Sprint store. They are the Verizon store. I know that's crazy to think about, you know, the hundreds of thousands of dollars those stores spend, but you realize what's happening tonight across the country by thousands is each person that's a member of Solavei is they themselves that distribution point. We have totally shaken up the mobile industry by what we've done and how we've repositioned people as the source for great mobile service. Let's go again over to Wichita, Kansas. Ricardo, are you there? Ricardo, are you still there with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Right here.
Ricardo, if you don't mind, do you have somebody there that that you maybe want to highlight that's had an incredible experience with Solavei?
Yes, Ryan. Actually, I got two real quick people that I want to introduce to you, sir.
Who's that?
Scott, please.
Hey, Scott, how are you?
Doing well. How are you doing tonight?
That is a great question, and I think my response back to you is going to be, we're doing incredible.
Absolutely.
So, Scott, tell us what's happened to you.
Well, started off right in the beginning, switching over to Solavei just at our household alone, saved me, my wife, and my sister-in-law over $1,300. And
Wow.
we realized right off the bat that we were able to actually start a family business with friends where we didn't actually have to put out money to start the business. We were actually able to save money in starting the business. And we've just grown from there.
That is great. How many people have grown in your network since you got involved?
I've been involved now for just over 6 weeks, and we got 35.
Oh my goodness! I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I look forward to meeting you someday.
Ryan, I got one more person right here, Mr. Miguel, here from Wichita, Kansas also. He's got a great story you'd like to hear.
Great, Miguel. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Well, I want to tell you about how Solavei got me all excited. I manage a Hispanic radio station here in Wichita, and I was listening, and the last month they gave me the bad news that they sold the station, so I'm going to be at a job. But pretty lucky to find Solavei. I've been involved with it 2 months. I got 153 people on my organization.
Oh my goodness.
And I mean, I just think there's a big opportunity for me to replace my salary and more with Solavei.
So Miguel, if you don't mind me asking, I hope you don't mind me being a little personal here. Have you started seeing any income being earned because you became that natural voice of sharing Solavei with others?
Since I started, I earned more than $2,000 in 2 months.
I absolutely love it. Miguel, I look forward to meeting you personally, hopefully here in the near future. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, again, those are just, a few of the examples of the thousands of examples across the United States right now that's happening, where we are changing how things are done and how distribution is done. And frankly, each one of you that are part of this are really the vehicle to see positive impact happen by the millions across this country. And I want to thank you all for being involved tonight, because what we're doing is going to change the face, I believe, of this economy. That is one of the biggest reasons why the vision, I believe, of Solavei even came to the forefront. And you may say tonight, if you're watching this, whether it's you, Kristen, or you, Shane, that's there, or literally thousands of you that are watching this tonight for the very first time, and the first thing we always say is number one, get in. And what does that mean? That means enroll with Solavei to become your mobile service provider. What does it take? $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. There's not a sign-up fee. There's not a membership fee. It is simply saying yes to Solavei. And when you think about the numbers for a second, again, 300 million people in this country are carrying mobile phones. The population of them, paying more than $50 a month. Tonight, it's just you saying yes to Solavei, being your mobile service provider on an incredible network, 4G network, nationwide coverage across the United States. Number two, we say get social. What does get social mean? Here's what I encourage you to do. Tonight, as soon as you enroll, I encourage you to go into Solavei's Outreach Manager and My Solavei and put in the first 10 and 20 and 30 and 40 emails. Attach one of the social commercials, either a 1 minute, 2 minute, 6 minute commercial, or one of the social graphics, and send it out to let your friends know about Solavei. I also encourage you, tomorrow night we'll be doing this again at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing this again. Whether it's at your house or it's in your car and you're just dialing in, or it happens to be at a restaurant or a Starbucks, get it 2 or 3 of your friends around it. And because here's what will happen. The moment you share Solavei with others, they too are going to want to be involved. It's what's happening every single day across the United States. And get your first trio. And what does that first trio mean? We're going to put $50 directly in your bank account. And on top of that, we're going to pay you $20 a month. So that $49 a month phone bill is only costing you $29 a month. And then the third thing we talk about is get free. What does get free mean? Just keep doing that. Keep sharing it. keep doing Solavei socials just like we're doing tonight. You can do them during the daytime by using one of the videos we have. You can continue to share it with others through our outreach management systems on Facebook and Twitter. But you get 3 trios, which is 9 people. We're going to put $150 in your bank account. We're going to pay you $60 a month, which means your Solavei mobile service is free. And frankly, that's what excites me when I see the thousands of people across this country that have put themselves in that position to have free mobile service, and because of that, they continue to share it with others and tell other people about it. It's an exciting thing. We also have something which we call thousandaire. Many of the people you're talking to or seeing tonight on screen are actually thousandaires. So we said, you know what, we don't want to create a few millionaires. We want to create millions of thousandaires across this country, because we believe that as the network continues to grow and as individuals continue to hear about it, you should be the one that benefits. And it's exciting to see what's happening, because ultimately we are doing something that is incredibly big. We've launched the very first social commerce network that is ultimately capturing and going to capture millions of people across this country and around the world. And ultimately, what we're seeing happen right now is spreading like wildfire. Just like you see happening in front of you on the screen, or right where you are tonight in the Solavei Social that you're taking part in. And something we've coined internally, we're going to have bazillions of excited and happy Solavei members across the United States. And so, again, I want to thank you all for being involved. Again, tomorrow night at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, we'll be doing this again. Remember, for those of you tonight who are thinking about this weekend, Sunday night, we're going to be doing this at 5:30 p.m. Pacific again on Sunday night. We've got special guests that are going to be taking part in it. It's going to be exciting. You're not going to want to miss it. In fact, I believe any friend, any family member that you have watching that's not a member of Solavei, they will leave that Solavei Social on Sunday night and will be members. When you see the people that are involved across this country, that are people you see on television and people that you see just like you, that all carry a mobile phone, because that's one thing that creates connectivity is a mobile phone. We all carry one. Makes us all very much alike. And so again, I want to thank you for being involved tonight. Thank you all for saying yes to Solavei. And I look forward to tomorrow night, and I look forward to, more importantly, being able to meet you personally in the future. Have a great night and a great remainder of the week. We'll see you later. And again, thank you, Marco, Jeannie, Jason, Ricardo. I want to thank all of you for being involved with this tonight and taking part in this Solavei Social Live. And Charles as well, to you as well down in Texas. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Ryan.